Hey there, welcome back to I'm Pretty Sure I Could Fix That. Today I'm looking to show you how to customize this icon bar. This will allow you to essentially set up your QuickBooks in a way that's more adapted to you for shortcuts and links that are just relevant to what you do on a daily basis in QuickBooks rather than these general shortcuts that QuickBooks assigns out of the box. This is something, it's wicked quick and easy, but it's something that's also really useful and should be relevant to you, right? So this tutorial should show you how to essentially clean it up and customize it towards your needs rather than QuickBooks' general, hey, here's every shortcut. So there are two ways for us to customize this shortcut bar, or as QuickBooks calls it, the icon bar. We can either go to View or Customize Icon Bar, and it gives us that first prompt. Or we could go to the actual icon bar, scroll down, and select Customize Shortcuts. That's the way to get there from essentially a general view to go, hey, I want to look at everything. Now, the other thing that you can do if you're in a screen that let's say you really like and you want to add it to this icon bar is we can go to, let's go to Enter Bills, for example. And you know what? I really like this and I think it should be a shortcut for me. Whenever you're in that view that you like, you can go to the View, and then you can see underneath that Customize icon bar, there's the Add Enter Bills to icon bar. So QuickBooks automatically goes like, hey, do you like this? Do you just want to add it? And I'm going to say yes. So then it will offer a label. That's just the name it's going to have here, and then a description. And then you can select an icon that's relevant to you. So I'm going to use this one. Okay. So then when I scroll to the bottom, look at that. Bill. So then if I double click it, it'll bring me to that Enter Bill screen. So if we go back in through one of those all-encompassing views where we're not at a screen that we want, right? We just want to clean it up as a whole. I'm going to go through that View, Customize Icon Bar, and this gives me literally this entire shortcut list. So I can add, edit, delete, or add a separator. So add is just that. Add is literally let's add something. So instead of being at right that general bill screen, I can find it in this essentially QuickBooks' possible options. So let's say I want to add print 1099s. I want to use this icon and I'm going to leave the label the same, but I'm going to write that my description is annual subcontractor forms. I'll select OK. OK. Then I scroll to the bottom and look at that. It went to the bottom of my little icon. So you know what? Maybe I print 1099s all the time and I don't want it to be at the bottom, right? I don't want to scroll for it. I want it to be the first thing that I see. Well, what I do is I go back to that all-encompassing view. And to rearrange, what you do is you're going to grab the icon by this little diamond. Now, I have an issue grabbing it. So see, if you right click and hold, you can drag it to the top and look at that. My print 1099s is now above my home. So if I select OK, and we already saw update in the background, but right there, now it's the first thing that I can select. So now let's say, you know what? I shouldn't have added this bill. I screwed this whole thing up. I don't want this. This is no longer relevant to me. Well, if I go back to my customized shortcuts, I find bill and I select delete, it easily removes it for me, right? So now when I go back to my icon bar, it is no longer there. So remember that description that we generated for our 1099s? Well, if I put my mouse over it, it gives me that description, right? So this gives me a quick look and a quick description of why would I use this icon. It's a good way, especially for things like maybe print 1099s where maybe you're not doing it that often. It's just a quick reminder of, hey, here's the use. I actually only use this on an annual basis and here's what it's for. So I know what you're thinking. First and foremost, do you want this icon bar on the left? We can move it and we can also hide it. The other thing that you probably notice is this add separator is grayed out. Well, that's all related. So add separator cannot be used on the left-hand shortcut, but we can move this icon bar to the top to basically match with our top navigation. So if you go back to that view in the navigation and select top icon bar, it then moves it up here. For me, in terms of screen space, this is a lot more useful, right? I've got everything I need right here, my quick toggles, but also it's not eating up all that real estate for me. But maybe you don't want an icon bar at all. You go, you know what? The navigation up top is good enough for me. If you go to View and then Hide Icon Bar, well, now you don't have to have it at all, right? And that will stay as your preset. However, I would like now to show you how the top navigation bar works along with that separator function. So I'm going to add back in my icon bar by selecting top icon bar. So then what I do is I will go back to that all-encompassing view of customize icon bar. So now I can add a separator. And not only can I add a separator, I can also do a little bit more customization with it up here. So when I jump back into it, I'm going to customize my icon bar. What a separator is literally, see this little line? It's literally just a line. That's what a quote unquote separator is in QuickBooks. It just makes it a little bit easier to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a separator in between my print 1099/1096 and my home. So reasons why you might want to use a separator is to literally separate different activity groups. Maybe you want your accounts receivable together, your accounts payable together, where you go, hey, I want it all to be grouped together. So we will add one in between this and that, add separator, and you can see here it added the line. I'll select OK, and then it stays. And if I want it to go away, I can go to that all-encompassing view that we've been toggling in and out of. Another way to get to it is just to right-click on that icon bar, and it'll give you the prompt of Customize Icon Bar. So now I'm going to get rid of it. The separator comes in as basically this little space. All you got to do is highlight it and then select Delete. So other ways that we can customize this bar is we can have it to show icons only. For me, that's not really relevant, but if you do choose to use it and then you highlight over, you still have that description, which, is pretty useful for figuring out why do I need it. But I mean, I personally prefer having them named. I'm not going to remember icons personally, but customize icon bar, show icons and text, and I select OK. Now, the final thing is this search bar. Do you want this here? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. If you don't, all you gotta do is customize icon bar, unselect show search bar and icon bar, select OK, and then it's gone. So that's customizing the icon bar. Pretty easy to do, but it's just a way to basically make QuickBooks more your own rather than the out-of-the-box icons and that out of the box software that you get where it's trying to be geared towards everybody. Make it towards you. You're the one who has to work on it. Make it so that it's relevant to you and useful for you instead of having to work around it. Again, just another one of those things that a million paper cuts make you bleed out. This is one quick paper cut to save maybe a few seconds a day. But hey, seconds add up. All right, well, if there's any questions or anything, please feel free to comment below. Or if there's anything in QuickBooks that you'd like more detail on, again, please feel free to comment below and I'll try my best to answer it in a video. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.